Jackie Kashian, Laurie Kilmartin.
I'm so glad you texted Josh and I. Thank you so much, Laurie.
Yeah, you
Imprompt-
forgot. That's
Impromptu date night. Yeah, we went out for dinner. Taylor Tomlinson, next table over.
No.
With a couple of old, like the EP and stuff from the show.
Okay.
Just
cool.
kind of having a night out.
Yeah.
And she was standing there saying goodbye to them, and Andy pointed at her, and I said, Taylor. And she looked at me, and I pointed at myself, and I said, Jackie Kashian. And she said, yes, I know. Why would you do that? And so she's so we chatted for a little bit. She's doing good.
Yeah, seems she's out there. She popped up on my Instagram wearing many jackets and a little carousel of jackets, and got a lot of road work in. Seems like she's living the life.
Right, doing the thing that is the most fun, which is the stand-up comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me she was doing an Indian casino up, and she was like, it's like outside of Sacramento, and I didn't want to, I'm not, people can come, they cannot come, but it's too big. And and I said, well, I can't wait to tell Maria that it's hard to care, because none of, I think she
what do you
could
mean? Just
fill
because
the,
it's a casino?
I think she could fill the room. Yeah, and casinos are so, you know how like different venues have different challenges,
right?
And casinos are definitely one that have a real challenge to them. And then those theaters that everybody's doing, that people at a certain level are doing, the challenge there is that they buy season tickets and they don't know what kind of comedy they're going to see.
Oh, so they don't show up?
No, they show up, but they show up to see, like, one of the shows. I was setting up merch, and somebody was leaving Maria's show and said, well, I thought it was going to be like Seinfeld. I verbatim,
Wow.
they said it was going to be like Seinfeld. I'm wearing my Max Fun bucket hat. I don't know if I'll be able to keep it on, though.
I don't think
I
I
might
have
get
one.
too warm. You didn't get a Max Fun bucket hat?
No. No.
Huh. Well, you would have
one per
complained
podcast.
about it, and you would have complained about it anyway. So
no, don't tell me what I'd complain about. I'll come up with my own things I complain about, young lady.
Odds are you would complain.
No, I like a bucket hat. I like it.
Right.
But I guess you got the one our podcast was assigned. Okay. Tell me all about it.
It's yours now.
No, it's shaped to your head now. You know how bucket hats are. You ruined it.
I've ruined it. You can't ruin a bucket hat. The reason it's called a bucket hat is because it looks like a bucket on top of your hat.
Correct.
This is a good look.
Sure, I like it. Well, Jackie, how
was your week?
Let's see. I got home. I went to San Francisco for the night. Excuse me. So this is Tuesday night. Last night, my son and I went up to San Francisco. We had a meeting this morning, 2 appointments at the Luxembourg consulate for me to renew my passport and him to finally get his. And there's so much paperwork I had to get together for my son, and I kept thinking I wasn't doing it right. And the original instructions are in French, and they translate them to English, and they're not as clear as they could be. So I kept thinking I was missing something, and I was flying up there hoping I got it all, and I did.
Right.
And good. So we got stamps and fingerprinted and all this stuff, and it's like, oh, it's finally, the deal has been sealed. We'll get the passports in the mail, but it's like, oh, the one gift I could give him would be the ability to leave here if he has to. And now he'll have it. Finally. Yeah. It was all, before this, I had like a handwritten note from them because he was a minor. Like, he's in our system, don't worry about it. But like, that doesn't mean anything. You need that fucking passport. You need that maroon passport With, in Luxembourg's case, the lion on it tells you you're free
Right.
to go.
Finally, you've given him something that he can use in life. What?
Yeah. And then after that, we went to Tadich Grill, which is a really old restaurant in downtown San Francisco. It's originally opened in 1849, and the waiters are
What
all
happened that year?
really? The gold
No.
rush. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And the waiters are all in white coats, like they're all like 70-year-old guys that have probably been there
Yeah.
their whole lives. It's like one of those restaurants. And so
Cool.
we had my dad had taken me there a couple times. So now I'm taking my son there. And it was pretty cool. And then we came home today, and for some reason, those 2 short flights exhausted me. I woke up about 19 times last night thinking I'd missed the appointment. I've been so worried
Right.
about just getting because also, like, finding a time where we can both go up, and he's about to become Mr. Adult. And so it's like, this is,
Right.
I have very few more, I don't know, years where I can say, hey, we're doing this. And he's going with me,
Right.
So
Yeah. You could probably say that. Unless you're going to Winnipeg, he'll probably be on your side.
I would
So
send me to Winnipeg.
Send you to Winnipeg. Every time I've gone to Winnipeg, Andy has passed. Just so you know. It's no offense to the people and he's never been, so he doesn't know. Winnipeg's fine. Winnipeg's just fine.
Yeah.
So you guys are set. You can run if you need to.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
That'll be great. Will you have the right to vote there? That'll be fun.
Yep.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to somehow wear a mustache and go as my brother.
To
if I
what?
wanna,
Does he
to
have
vote? I think.
Oh,
I
in
think I'll have to-
Armenia?
No,
here.
in Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend to be Terry Kashian.
Okay.
It's So I went. So many things have happened, but the one that it pops to mind is my eye is kind of messed up. I have a and I was told not to touch it. But about a couple of weeks ago, I tried
correct
to.
me if I'm wrong, but you just almost wiped your eye off your face. Is that correct?
Well, that's because my eye feels like it needs to be screwed back in.
Oh, that's a weird.
It's a bad sign. It's a bad sign. Yeah, and so it also has that when you go to the eye doctor, better now.
Oh,
Yeah.
hate it.
So this eye, not always, but sometimes has that film over it. Has like a film over it that looks like it's not better now. It would be better if you clicked it again. It would be better then. So
is it a cataract?
It might be a cataract. That'd be
that
weird.
could be corrected.
That can be corrected.
That's good.
But try to get in to see an ophthalmologist. So 2 weeks ago, I set an appointment. First appointment they had September 24th.
That's not
right.
bad.
So
I mean, this year, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I called yesterday because I was going to go into urgent care because it was bothering me because my eye is also, in addition, it's super tired. It's tired of being sick, is what my eyeball is. My eyeball is like, knock it off. Can I rest? Anyway, so I called them up and they moved it to September 5th. So next Friday.
Okay.
And you'll be happy to know I'm still driving. So that's important.
Are you texting as well? I hope you haven't given up that hobby while you drive.
Don't give up on any
with your
of that.
Milky eyes.
With my weird milky eyes. But I was telling Laura House about it, and because we had lunch the other day or whatever, and she said, I'm going to say something weird like I'm hitting on you, but I'm not. I was like, it didn't need to be said. And but your eyes are brown, and then there's a circle of blue, and then a circle of black. And I was like, what? And I asked Andy about it. I was like, you've been staring deeply into my eyes, and you never said that you were hitting on me. And and he said, I have told you that your eyeball has that a lighter ring. And I said, oh, I thought you meant it looked sick, like I had some sort of illness. And but now I'm fascinated by my own eyeballs. But because this one eye is super tired, I haven't taken because Andy was like, how come you've never noticed it? And I was like, I don't know. I don't stare deeply into my own eyes
Right.
in the mirror. So I was trying to figure out today if anyone remembered what color my mother's eyes were. Because there's no color pictures of her. I don't have anything in color. So I called 3 of my siblings, and I'm going to quote each of them in the correct tone of voice that each of them answered it in. Blue, maybe? And then a big pause, and then green? Because my brother Scott's are green. And he would probably know for sure because he had the odd man out colored eyes. And my dad might remember, but I couldn't deal with the disappointment if he didn't. So I didn't ask him.
Gotcha.
You know, I don't want to set myself up for a fall,
Could you
with my own father.
have Darla ask your dad?
Maybe. Darla, so I'm going to see him this week.
Right.
I've sold several of his paintings. It's another week of curating some Elliott Kashian paintings. So my brother Russ's dog, his wife's dog died, had to be put down. And after many years, older dog. And so for the first time in 15 years, they're going somewhere, so I can't stay at my brother's house. So I got to get a hotel in Milwaukee, which is fine.
That is so insulting when you have to get a hotel in your hometown. I'm shocked. I can't believe I don't have a place to stay in my home fucking town. I hate it.
Right. But I bet you if you wore your Cougars t-shirt, you could get someone to offer you a place to stay. But I will say that but Darla's going there on Thursday. Darla and her son are going there to visit him on Thursday. They're leaving on Friday.
Okay.
Russ leaves on Friday and comes back on Monday. I get there on Saturday, and I'm going to leave on Tuesday. So he's going to have someone to drive him around for at least a couple of days.
So are all of you guys in contact with your dad, or is anyone not in contact with dad?
My brother Scott. He doesn't want any part of him. And he doesn't want any part of any of us right now. He took a 15-year break. Remember how I'm 100 years old. So he took a 15-year break with all of us. And then Darla she was like, where is Scott? And it took her about 7 minutes to find him. And then he was back in our lives. And then he moved to Minneapolis. And he lives in Minneapolis. But he's just sort of checked out. And he doesn't want any part of it.
Yeah. When I was growing up, we had a gigantic Thanksgiving with my uncle had 9 kids, and my dad, of course, had just the 2. But it was like a big Thanksgiving. And then it got bigger as people started getting married and having kids. And then some cousins just peeled out. They're just like, it's too much. I can't do this. And they're kind of like, they're alive. We know they're alive. And they've exiled themselves. And everyone else just kind of fell apart because it's too hard to get everyone together now. But it's weird how some family members just can't do it.
Right. My oldest brother only talks to my dad. And that's really for the best.
That's Terry.
Yeah. Nice work. Nice work. Do you know, the thing about podcasts, you don't know this. You've always been right to not really talk about your son by name and all these things, because if you go to my Wikipedia page, which for many years I didn't know I had a Wikipedia page.
Oh, God.
There's so much personal information about me on my Wikipedia page.
Oh, interesting.
Because of the Dork Forest.
Yeah.
19 years,
Who's doing that, though? Somebody's listening to you and putting all that information on there. I would think that a fan who's listening would know maybe don't do that.
The name of the podcast is The Dork Forest. So they're kind of psyched to be able to do things.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Right. They're pretty proud of it. Proud of it. So, yeah. So we did a bonus for Patreon this week. The monthly, the $5 level and above gets an extra podcast a month, half an hour of us actually talking to another comic about stand-up comedy, and this month it's Karen Haber.
Yes. How did the audio sound? It was a little, she wasn't on headphones, and so it was a little funky, but it sounded okay, right?
I think it's
Okay.
I volume leveled it and did what I could
Thank you.
with the cursory skill set.
Yeah.
I don't have the Kyle skill set, and I don't have the Patrick Brady skill set. So it's just audio. So
Yeah. Karen
It's
has
good to remember you're needed.
Karen has a great story, you know. She did comedy for she started when we started and went until I think she stopped in the late 90s. Then she may have started.
Yeah, she said
had
98,
kids.
99. She said, yeah.
Yeah, and then she started back up again and stopped again, and now her kids are all grown, way grown, and she's back in like big time, and she's so funny.
Wow, she said she was going to 5 mics a week, and most of them during the day.
Yeah, Saturday morning stuff.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that is a direct result of Maria Bamford changing comedy and going, why is every show at 9 or 11 p.m. and just moving things around and just seeing, I bet if I went up here at this time, people would show up, and they did. And they do.
Right. I'm actually seriously considering doing a local comedy convention, a little con, next July here in Los Angeles. And we could do a Jackie and Laurie version of it. And I think I might have a venue idea. And I have a couple of somebody already wants to sponsor. I got a sponsor. Well, we don't want to make sure that she doesn't have to
put it in the chat.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
This will not surprise you. Did you get that?
Hold on. Why are there 2 chats?
I don't know. It's very annoying.
I did
Live stream? Okay, let me try this one. You know how there's a 1,000 ways to. How about that? Did you get that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
Sure.
And then my niece actually does PR and find underwriters for small jazz fests up in the Bay Area.
What? That's a very niche job to have, and to be related to someone who does that.
Right. Well, the whole family sells something, and so she said that she would work for us or me if you don't want to do it. But I was thinking about, like, it would be what I would want is I would want a small theater that had a couple of rooms, and it might just be one day.
Yeah.
Or a day and a half. Right.
Right.
And but I was thinking, if there's small rooms, would there be panels? And genuinely, I would want one of the panels to be called "Do Not Record This," and then I would like it to be sponsored by Yonder, so that everyone's phones were locked up.
I like it.
Right. I was gonna call it. I was gonna want you to moderate that panel, and it was just being called bitching. And then everybody on the panel would just say things. By the
Jackie,
way,
very gendered title. I think we're beyond that.
Oh, are we? Okay. I missed that memo. I also, speaking of gender, I don't want to do a show. And so I told this guy, you got enough comics. You don't need me.
What? You're not allowed to tell the booker they don't need you.
Well, there's no money in it.
Oh,
it's
all right.
It's a 10-minute set.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's a 10-minute set down by LAX on a Friday.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Right. And so I was like, I don't want to. And then he said, "You're the only woman." That's not my fault.
No, not at all. That's ridiculous. And
if I can't not come because I'm the only one who isn't a straight white guy, you have a problem with how you've booked your weird ass show.
Yeah, and that's not a reason to book you that you're a woman.
No,
What the
not at all.
fuck? You're Jackie
Yeah.
Kashian. You
Well,
you should be the only Jackie Kashian on a show, but not the only woman on a show.
right. Did I tell you that I did this to Taylor?
Yes.
Did I already just tell that story
You
10
did.
minutes ago?
Have you already blanked out?
Uh-huh. It's just maybe this eye. Better now or now? Better now or now?
I had
This
to
eye
go
is
through
now
that
all
with
over my
contact
brain.
lenses again. Oh my God, I had to change my prescription again. Now, did you know that nearsightedness gets better with age?
Yes.
That's really weird. I
Because
didn't realize
it
that.
moves. Yeah. And I know that when they fix your cataracts, they can also do LASIK.
No, thank you. Don't, Jackie. Don't.
It's the Murphy bed of eye.
Mark my words. Google Abby Ellen op-ed, New York Times. Google LASIK suicide, and then tell me what your thoughts are.
LASIK
Don't
suicide.
do it. People commit suicide after having LASIK because it fucks up their eyes so much. They're incredibly depressed because they did it to themselves. It was optional. And one of the side effects of LASIK is suicide, Jackie. It is.
This is another Murphy bed statistics here, and I can't do it.
Jackie,
I'm not gonna
harking back
I've
to
wanted
another
LASIK
true thing
since
I said, which is
Let me
Murphy
just-
beds will kill you. You sleep on a Murphy bed and it pops up, you are squished into a wall. Is that how you want to die?
Kind of now.
Oh.
Yes. This is how I want to go. I will say that I wanted LASIK when they first talked about it. And I was probably 9 or 10 years old.
Uh-huh.
And Nancy Kashian said to me, it's too expensive. We're not getting that for you. And I was like, yeah, but I wouldn't lose my glasses. And she was like, yeah, we're not getting it. And then when I was in my 20s, it sort of become more standardized. And then when I moved here, everybody was getting it. Doug loves movies. He got it.
Well, you go ahead and risk your lives. You know what? God has given us contact lenses that do a pretty good job. I don't mind putting contacts in my eyes. I just wish contacts were better. I wish they were better with astigmatism. I wish they would just come up with a machine that measures what we can see. If our eyes are shaped weirdly because we're nearsighted or whatever, something should be able to detect it and go, here's the exact combo you need to be 20/20. And instead we have to do this. How about now? How about now? How about now? I don't know. They're all the fucking same to me. Why am I diagnosing my problem? You're the doctor.
Right.
I don't know.
In other news, I went to Bend, Oregon. So I flew from, I think it was LAX because I decided to Wally Park because it was just 2 days.
Yeah, that's LAX. Yeah.
Yeah. And I Wally Parked, and I, for some reason, had a credit. So it was very cheap to park at Wally Park for 2 days, Valet Park. And I flew to Seattle and then Seattle to Redmond. And Redmond is outside of Bend. And then the Ethan Albert guy, he came and picked me up and dropped me off at the hotel. Because I asked for an extra night of hotel, I did not know this, because he's the guy that puts you up at a very decent hotel. Because he does stand up, but he doesn't think that we should live in squalor. So he moved me from sort of a regular kind of Hilton property or whatever, because it was prohibitively expensive to go 2 nights because it's August and to this sort of condo-y, not Airbnb, because it's a row of it whatever it was. It was hard to. You ever stay at a place that's got several buildings?
Yeah.
And you have to keep. And they're like, oh, every room has a fireplace, and it's so great. And you're like, I have luggage. Is there any way?
Yeah.
I could just go to my room. And so it was a little bit like that, but he drove me right up to it. It was fine. The Lyft could not pick me up for the show the next day because they couldn't find me. And so I had to hike up this giant hill. And
when you say the Lyft, you mean the one person who drives Lyft in Bend, right?
Right. I think her name was Elizabeth. I can't
Mhm.
remember. But the room itself was gorgeous. It was one wall was entirely a window,
Wow.
and it was right on the river.
Oh
And
my
so I
God.
opened up the window just so it was just screens, and I slept to the OG of white noise.
Wow. Nice.
Rapids.
Wow. Incredible.
Yep.
Yeah, when I
And
was in Bend, I
yeah,
was like, I could live here. I could just check it all and just live here,
you
have a
can't
nice
because
little
it's $1
life.
million. It's
Well,
millions of
you get a
dollars
little
now.
tiny place, but yeah, it is
And
pricey.
it blew up after 2006. Everybody came in, bought everything,
Mhm.
and then like there's almost no jobs except for renovation jobs and upkeep jobs.
Wow. I know
Everybody else works from home, I think.
there's a lot of people that are or a higher percentage than normal that live in the woods that are just homeless in the woods, like camping basically forever
Okay.
in because there's lots of federal land around there.
Okay.
When it some of them came to my show. I was like,
Oh,
"What?" You could
yeah.
it was hard to process that you would be technically homeless, but still going to comedy shows. But, you know, though they were living in a camper on federal land, you know.
Okay. Oh, van life. Van life. I get it.
Yeah.
Um so the show itself was an outdoor venue. So it is those can be hard.
Uh-huh.
This one was set up pretty good. The Eugene one has even more covered outdoor situation, but this one was pretty good. It was about 90 people, maybe 95.
Nice.
And yeah, and I sold a bunch of merch, which is great.
Mhm.
And a bunch of people came. Some people came from Pandora, some people came Jackie and Laurie. And so it went pretty well. He brought me up to the top of some butte so I could look at the panorama.
Mhm.
He took me to the last Blockbuster and bought me a shirt. Uh
Is
when
that what
we
it
went
is
to
now?
a
Do they still rent movies there, or is it just like
They
a
do, they rent DVDs.
Okay. Oh, okay. Cool.
You can rent DVDs, it's very funny. And then we went for hot dogs. So, a nice day. Nice day, pretty
You
nice
know
day.
what? I mean, the days where you had a movie and you had to return it, you would watch it and you would have some kind of satisfaction versus now everything's
Right?
available all the time. It's overwhelming, you know? I kind of miss those
Right.
days where things had a time limit and
I think only a year ago I got rid of my Netflix DVD.
oh, really?
Yeah, and I sat on some DVDs for years, not even kidding. And when I finally canceled it, I think I couldn't even find one of the DVDs. So I
Yeah,
sent them
well,
back, everything.
will let you do that, but not Blockbuster.
Oh no,
You,
they'll charge you.
you'll get fined.
It's a do you remember when the Odyssey video was next to the Iliad bookstore? Um and then there was an old junky building that I really wanted to be the Aeneid.
Mhm.
I wanted it to be a restaurant. That would have been
Wow.
fun for me.
Wow, someone's
And
getting smart. Okay.
so and then we did the Bark. We did Berkeley.
That was fun. Yeah. And
It
you
was
had a
fun.
great set. It was fun to watch, you know, because you talk about your mom dying. And what I loved
Right.
about that was that I didn't feel pain for you.
Oh, good.
However you got there, it just felt like part of a story, you know, and it didn't. And so I don't know. I think the audience felt the same way. It wasn't a energy stopping moment, you know. It was like,
Oh, good.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
you were
very
saying that
hard to
you
do.
liked how I put it.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good that that's coming along.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Because Jackie, I mean, you give it's not a recent death. Your mom died when you were 7, and
Right.
whatever you say about your mom, I forget is something about that's when the beating stopped or I forget, but it's because there is a second where everyone's like, "Oh my God," like just struck by the tragedy. And then you come in there with that and we're like, "Oh, okay. I guess it all
It's fine.
worked out."
It all worked out. Yes. It was, there's something, one of my brothers once said to me, I wanted to be sad when she died, but the next day there was peanut butter and bread and milk in the fridge. So it was really hard. And I was sad, but I was also, there was milk.
Yeah, sure.
And you're like, sure. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how to make that funny, but maybe one day.
I mean,
You guys, we're doing a Zoom show.
Oh, that's right. We are doing a Zoom show on Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So there you go.
if you are a member of our Patreon, you will find the link in the Patreon. And if you're a Max Funner, they're going to send you a link as well. But we hope you'll join us for a little Labor Day Zoom comedy.
Right. And I'll be in Milwaukee, but we'll Zoom in.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I had shows this week. I was at the Van Nuys. I was at the Elks Club, Van Nuys Elks. Everyone belongs to it. Augie belongs to it. Another comic, Brian Cook, belongs to it. I'm like, everyone's joining the Elks Club in Van Nuys, and they're like, we love it.
Brian Cook, those. First of all, I had breakfast with Augie, and he told me he was going to join, so that's awesome.
Yeah,
and the show's fun, right?
It is fun. So I don't. It's a charity group. I don't know. To me, it's like joining like whatever, the Da Vinci Code or something, those old Catholic groups, right? But no, it's just modern normal people helping people and drinking.
Yeah. The beers are cheap, and do they serve spaghetti, steam table spaghetti? Did you see that?
I didn't partake, but there was a buffet. Yes,
that's it. You don't have to partake. It's just, it's nice that they offer. You don't really want any part of it, but it's nice to go look and go, oh, if I were to want this food, this would be available.
Mm-hmm.
Very sweet.
If I were living the van life, I would perhaps partake in it. You
might enjoy such a thing. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah. So how many comics? How was the show?
I don't know, 4, 5, 6. Meredith Casey had a really funny set. Very funny. Very funny.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we should probably do Comic of the Week and have a break or something, right?
Let's do that.
Let's do a break first.
Comic of the Week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this comic, we had, this was a fan nominated comic. So what I did was I went to Instagram, checked her out. Kyle, you've met her, right? You did a lot of mics
when
with her
she's
and stuff,
in
right?
LA back in the day. She was a regular at the Meltdown open mic, and we were very friendly. She's very cool.
And so it's Chelsé
Greaux.
Greaux. There we go. It's just Greaux. It's a French spelling. Greux. Is that correct?
Indeed.
But her Instagram is awesome. Chelsé Comedy. Chelsé Comedy. Sorry.
CHELSAYCOMEDY. Chelsé Comedy.
And it'll be in the notes, of course. But yeah, she was funny. The reels were good. I liked it.
Yeah. We saw she's go
great
ahead.
Comic. Just a great comic.
Yeah, working the deaf puppy.
Woo.
Oh yeah, I never did rebook that. I should get back on that. Yeah,
I should book it. I just want to. I would never want to work in Modesto at this time in California heat. It would have to. It's got to be a January gig. Yeah.
Right. Matter of fact, I may write down the words "deaf puppy," and it's such a weird name for a club, but you get to name your club anything you want.
He named it after his doggy. Yeah.
Oh, is his puppy deaf?
Well, I think rest in peace. She's no longer with us, but yes. Yeah.
But that was okay.
And that's the dog in the logo too. Jackie, Saturday I did 2 at Flappers and I did 1 at Good Heroin.
Good.
That was fun. It was I was like, ooh, this is like the old days in LA, darting around doing multi spots. I had a thing I had an idea that worked really well on the first show Saturday, and I was so excited that I was like on autopilot for the rest of my act. Basically, I was like, What else could I do with this?" So yeah, and then I did a little Instagram version of it, talking. Talk. I kind of
Oh,
talked the
was
joke.
it about your son?
It's
Was it
about
that one?
saying
The crying?
yes, my son just went
I
away.
laughed.
My son just went away to college. Now he's going to a local community college, so he's coming back in 3 hours. Only because I keep seeing people go, "I've just dropped my son off
Empty
in
nest.
Iowa, in France, and I'm like, yeah, I not only is my son nearby, but I got to drive him because we only have one car. So yeah, it's not the glamorous empty nest that I was promised so long ago.
I would like to show. Let's go back to the tape 10 years ago when we started this podcast. When you said he's gonna step out the door at 18, and I am gonna live a party life. And
Yeah, look at me. I've just bought a new house dress. That's how. You know what? This is a party to me. I got one house
Right.
dress. I'm like, part of me's like, for so long, I don't want to turn to my mother, and now my mother's gone, and she used to wear house dresses all the time. She got them from those catalogs. I'm at least not cataloging them. All right, I'm getting them from Amazon, like a normal person. And I just got another color. I mean, I love these things. They got big pockets. Just walk around the house. It's in between pajamas and clothing, and I don't have to wear a robe. Like who can wear a robe in these times?
But you're doing like well, in between clothing and pajamas is that bit you're doing about the youth.
Oh,
dressing
that's
in
my
their
son. That's a different thing. Yes.
Oh my God, that outfit he was wearing the other night was hilarious. I was like, all right,
I got him. I got him that in Harlem. There's a
yeah,
like a dollar store across the street from me, and it's a $7 outfit where you have these long shorts. To me, it looks very Dominican, like these big bright colors, and the shirt and the shorts are the same stripes and all that kind of stuff. But it looks really cool, and he looks great in them. So I got him like 3 or 4, outfits.
He kind of looks great in everything. He is a very handsome young man. So and he's tall and very fit looking. So he's he's gonna wear clothes great. It's I will say. So we went. Speaking of Dominican, this has nothing to do with it. Lateral move. We went for Puerto Rican food the other night. I often forget about the Puerto Rican restaurant that's on Lancashire. It's on the Shim, as Jimmy Pardo likes to put it, to make it cool. And it is I think it's called Mofungo, and it's on Lancashire at near Burbank. And they do amazing. And it reminded me of when I went to Puerto Rico. I went with Helen Hong and Lisa Alvarado.
Ooh.
And Vargas Mason. And we did Coast Guard stations. And I think I was doing Weight Watchers. And so we were in San Juan. I think that's the one of the big
Capital. I
cities.
think so. Yeah.
Capital. And so we were out to dinner, and the waitress we don't our the Coast Guard guy that was showing us around speaks Spanish, but none of us speak Spanish, including I think Lisa Alvarado can speak some Spanish. But so the waitress would not speak English. And so I ordered this giant fried pork chop to share with Vargas. And so we get this giant fried pork chop, and I look at it, and I turn to Helen and I say, well, how many fucking points is this? And in a perfect American English accent, the waitress goes, oh, about 1 million. And then she walked away.
That slightly reminds me of when I was in Luxembourg with my son the first time we went there to start this process. We went to an Italian restaurant that was right near the hotel we were staying in, and I just didn't feel like looking things up. So I saw something. It had started with the words MAR, which is sea in Spanish. So I'm like, it sounds like fish. So I'll get that one. And it was, I'm going to say, a squid that had only been dead for 2 minutes. Like it was 8
Still moving.
tentacles, those little section cups. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm supposed to eat this?
This is not the Laurie Kilmartin foodstuffs. No, there's no HelloFresh wouldn't send it to you. Yeah, there's no reason. So
No, get me to Tadich Grill where I have my sourdough loaf. Oh, that's such a great sourdough loaf. Amazing.
okay.
Mm.
All right.
I reckon it's very close to the Punchline. If you go back to the Punchline, it's like a 5-7 minute walk, and it's an iconic.
I'm available.
Restaurant.
I'm available to go back to the Punchline.
Same.
Just in case anybody was wondering. And I do have I did contact I have a set at the Ice House on Friday.
Oh, cool.
Next Friday. Yeah. And I contacted the guy who books that and said, "How do I send avails?" And he said, "Send me avails." And so I sent avails, and he said, "Can you do this?" And I said, "Yeah."
Okay, that's cool.
That's why I sent avails.
Maybe you can hook me up with an email, and I'll try the same.
I will. Yeah, it can't hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm so this weekend I'm going to Milwaukee to see my dad. And Laughing Tap not open. They're, I guess, in the prospect of moving.
Right.
And I don't know who the person playing the improv, so I won't be able to get a set there. But I might call the Laughing Tap guy and see if there's a place to get up.
Oh yeah, there's got to be some open mics or some weird little shows going on, right?
My dad's done at 6, right? I don't need to.
Who is it? The improv?
I don't know. I can't even remember the name. But the might be a weigh-in. I don't know any of the weigh-ins. Do you know the weigh-ins?
I know Shantae weigh-in. She's very nice.
I've met her.
But
I don't know her.
She would definitely give you a guest spot.
That would be weird, right? Because I don't know her. But you could ask. I could make you ask. Right?
Oh man.
I'm kidding. I don't think either of us should ask, and I don't think it's Shantae. So, but I would say that I would even drive to Madison, but I don't know who's doing Madison.
Well, there's no way to look it up because there's no such thing
so
as
sad.
the internet. Yeah.
Well, as I started playing with my phone, I was like, "Oh, you're gonna get mocked, so don't do it."
You wanted?
I come back.
You wanted to play with? You wanted to find that out right now? During our podcast?
Yeah, which is so. Then I stopped.
Jackie, that is incredible growth, and I salute you. Thank you.
Well, maybe if Kyle has a second, maybe he could. It's I have.
I don't even remember what you were looking for.
Right, exactly. Who's at the Milwaukee Improv, and who's at the Madison
Jackie, could
State?
you get a little notepad and keep it near the computer called Note to Self and just make little notes and then address them after the podcast instead of trying to get our producer to do your fucking dirty work for you?
All right, and then I'm going to Boise and Billings. You should know that I'm opening up for Brian Regan. In September. My September got pretty busy, so I'm doing Boise and Billings with Brian, and then I'm doing Comedy Attic by myself, 1920, and then I'm back in LA. I'm doing a weird set at the Dynasty on the 23rd, typewriter, and then a weird set out in Calabasas on the 25th for the Love Master.
Oh,
and
Craig.
Yep.
All right.
And then in October, I'm doing New York, Texas, and Irvine and Oregon with Maria. And then I'm doing Wisconsin for myself, including a benefit for a domestic abuse place that everyone should donate to called Harbor House. It's either in Appleton or Oshkosh. I forget. So,
well, Jackie, aren't you
that's
noble?
what I'm doing.
Tonight I'm at the Starlight Attitude, I think, Chantal Ray's show in Redondo Beach.
Oh wow!
It's this cool bar. You walk in, you're like, oh, this is gonna be a hell gig, but they're actually a really good audience. She's trained them very well, you know.
Oh, that's great.
And then on Saturday I'm doing the 6 and the 8 at Hermosa Beach. Friday, so there's a store called Hunt Vintage where I'm doing a set, but somehow I just, you leave these notes for yourself, like, and I was like, who do I know named Hunt? Like, I was searching email for a comic named Hunt Vintage, and then I figured it out. But sometimes it's just a wild goose chase. I will be then I'm in town for a little bit. I will be going to New York at the very end of September. I will be fuck. Yeah, it doesn't kick. Road work doesn't start up again until November 7th and 8th in Denver, and then 28th and 29th at Seattle. Laughs in Seattle. And then Chicago at the very end of at the Comedyplex at the very I think 19th and 20th.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
It's I'm working with Maria. We're doing Port Washington, New York, I think. And then Brooklyn. She's got a couple nights in Brooklyn that I'm going to open for
There's
her.
a Port Washington in Wisconsin, because that's where my Luxembourg ancestors first immigrated
We
to.
have talked about Fish Days. It was when my marching band marched in the Fish Days parade. There were college kids. I don't know what college they were going to, though the University of Wisconsin system is varied. It's a lot like California. There's small towns that have colleges. And they had one of those funnels with a keg, and they gave us beers. And I was like 15. And he's like, "Here, chug." And then we shocked to find out that I might have a drinking problem decades later. But I was like, "Oh my God, is there free beer?" Pardon me. So it was, yeah. But the Minnesota State Fair was happening this week. Big deal for people in Minnesota. Biggest deal in Minnesota. The Minnesota State Fair.
Why are we talking about this?
Because Liz Winstead, Brandy Brown, Guy Branum, my sister, who hates the State Fair, went anyway, and to see Melissa Etheridge, I think.
Oh.
And then, but there was, like, Guy Branum was live posting from it. Liz Winstead was pretty psyched. She was hanging out with Frank Conniff at it. It was,
all right.
So, yeah, that's all. It's comedy related.
Barely.
Adjacent.
Very adjacent. Let's take a break.
Okay.
Kyle put in the headliners. I think you know both these people.
Yeah.
Oh, I do know.
Comedy on State, you could 100% get a set.
Yes.
But that's this weekend.
And Milwaukee, you know him, right?
Yeah.
You got to know him.
I do know him. He likes me.
Yes.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
These are people.
He's a nice guy.
These are people who don't not know me.
Yes.
You can get both of these.
Yeah, Jackie.
I might get both these sets.
You're an ad plus to those shows.
I know, it would have to be second show, of course, because, Saturday.
Yes, of course.
And it's the only day I'm there. So, because here's the thing, comics never ask for a guest set first show on a weekend. Everybody wants to do their time.
Right.
The people that are booked only get a certain amount of time. So try not to ask for a guest set first show Friday or Saturday, because if the headliner says yes, you're cutting into not the headliner set, but the MC and the feature.
But
they will be
yes,
tato.
That's true. But Jackie, what about the other argument of if you ask for a set on the late show, now the headliner has to go up 10 minutes later?
True. Don't ask for a guest set. Was that what I'm hearing on the weekend?
Actually, what we're saying is don't do comedy. Please. Just stop it. You're making our lives miserable. It's harder to get work, and you will not be happy. So please stop.
Yeah. I think in an ideal world, asking for guest sets should always be a Thursday or a Sunday.
Yes, right. But there aren't any Thursdays or Sundays anymore. It's all Friday, Saturday.
They're harder, right? They're harder to find. So, but yeah, I might. So I don't think that I will drive to Madison for a 10:30 show, but I could drive to I think it's in West Allis, or it's not really in Milwaukee. It's next to some Whole Foods and in like Wauwatosa or something like that. I forget exactly where.
Man, I wish the improv chain booked me. you know?
Same.
It's just like
Same.
I see who they have their favorites in their rotation. They never seem to switch them out with anybody. It's just like, ugh,
Steady work for I don't know,
a lot of
50 or
people.
70
Yeah.
comics.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Because they have like 7 clubs too. So, or whatever.
They have way more than that.
Do they?
Yeah.
I'm doing they asked my agent if I would drive to Irvine to do a 10-minute set. And God help me, I said yes. It's $100.
Worth it.
I'm going to drive to Irvine. This is something you would have done 2
Me?
years ago. You're constantly driving to some
Who books this gig?
giant destination. Yeah.
You know, I would drive. I don't know, for 10 minutes. That's such a long drive. That's like
Right.
3 hours in the car.
What about those? But didn't you do Laugh Factory down in San Diego or something?
No. Long Beach.
Long Beach. Isn't that 3 hours in the car?
No, it's not.
Okay.
And it's also longer amount of time.
Oh, you longer set?
Yeah.
I wonder if it. Yeah, it might be 15.
Are you opening for somebody or is it just
No,
a showcase
no, I
night?
think it's a big showcase night. And I'm like, all right.
Is someone looking at you to see if they want, you know what I mean? Like, or is it just,
Oh, is there something? Is it some sort of?
I don't know.
Do you think Aaron will be there? I don't.
I don't think so.
And do you think Aaron needs to be reminded of who I am and what kind of stand-up comedy I do? I don't think she does.
I
I
don't
think
know.
she's aware.
I don't know.
Did I tell you that you're on that mass email list, right? That she accidentally
Every once
she
in a
didn't
while.
BCC?
Yes, yes. That's the only emails I get from the improv now, or the mass emails.
Right.
Yeah.
I do love it when they do send it out. Somebody will reply all. They'll just keep it going.
Every couple months, somebody kicks it back into rotation, which I appreciate.
Yeah, just
because I know how
me too,
irritating it must be to other people to be reminded that all these lesser status comics have their email addresses, right? Even though if we don't abuse
well, and I do scroll through and go, oh, I suppose if I needed any of these people.
I know, and they know that. They know that. That's why they don't like it.
Right. And I wonder, because I did after it happened. I think I might have already told you the story. I ran into Erin, and I ran into her, and we were just talking at the improv, and I just went, oh, was that? Do you think that was you? Was that an assistant error, or was that? And she goes, it was me. It was me. I did it. I didn't BCC. I CC'd everybody, and I like that she took the,
Yeah.
she knew it was her. She didn't throw it off on some mythical assistant. And then she complained about our friend who made it personal and was the best.
Wait, who?
Type.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It was so funny. She just kept going.
I love everything she says.
I love being.
I do.
She says, yeah, she was just like, it's so great to be on a list with, are they convicted? Did they ever get, was it just accused? And
you know what's shocking? It's like
she doesn't care.
She doesn't care. I still care. Like, I don't bring these things up anymore. You know, I just go, all right, that guy's trouble.
Stay away from that guy.
If you bring it up, you get penalized. And that's what that's the lesson I took from all that stuff going on the last couple of years. That the women who didn't say anything, that were just kind of pretending it wasn't happening, I was annoyed. I thought it was kind of cowardly, but I'm like, yeah, they're working. You know, they're getting a lot of spots. Maybe it's, I don't know, none of your business. I don't know. To me, for comics, we shouldn't be silent about stuff that irritates us. You know, that's the whole thing of comedy. But you got to,
right.
Whatever. I don't even want to go there. I'll lose more
It's
work.
hard. It is. Right. Well, I like what Michael Ian Black said about comics and Taco Knob Job. Is that he was like, what was surprising to me is how many cowards there are in regard to our current administration. So,
Comedians wise or comedian wise?
yeah, he said the
Okay.
comics. Yeah,
Yeah.
Michael Ian Black. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he's always an outlier there. And Mark Maron's still podcasting
right.
like a lunatic. I love it. I do love it. It's so messy. It's just fun to watch,
I
you
was,
know?
but do you remember he was talking about the one that he just posted was about about how we're essential workers, which is what we said 10 months ago because it was one of the Patreon stickers that I made.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I remember it.
Yeah.
I think it was episode 852 because
Well,
I could find it, but I couldn't find in the transcripts to clip it out because I was going to post it.
interesting. I can't, the other thing I've just observed long term, and I'm sure you have too, is that when female comics say something, no one pays attention. But when male comics say the same thing, everyone's like, oh, the Joe Rogan of the left. Like our
Right.
voices just do not count in that conversation to everybody else.
Right.
If you
Right.
look,
It's
anytime
just,
a comic is trending on Twitter, it's a male comic. Almost 100% of the time.
And who was the woman I saw who had that great premise that I gave her a punchline and she doesn't use it, so I kind of want to do it myself, but I don't know if it's kosher, right? Because the premise was pretty unique. It was not unique, but it was just like how, as Americans, we keep picking these overqualified women to run for president when, and this was my line, which is what Americans want is a whore with a heart of gold. And so that we can still make fun of them and belittle them, but she seems nice, so maybe we will give everyone school lunches again.
Yeah.
And so something like that.
Mhm.
But I don't know. But I told I gave it a shot. I don't know if she'll ever use it, but how we doing?
We got like
Yeah,
3 more
doing
minutes.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
It's I'm looking forward to the couple of sets I do have this week because the one on Friday I am going to work on the sort of the anger dead mom stuff and
that's good.
and just and figure out how to, because I haven't been able to work in the sibling stuff yet. I haven't been able to.
Oh, what I heard
'Cause-
I really liked, so I hope you can.
I appreciate it. Yeah, that is great. And
my son and I finished watching Rome. Incredible. So
Great.
good. Started The Wire. We're trying to get through season 1 before he goes. He's actually going to do a semester abroad, so he will be
right.
He will be gone. But
yes.
this joke is still valid for these 2
For the
weeks.
joke
Yes.
is just going to be great.
Yes.
It's going to be
But
perfect. Anyway.
then he'll be coming back, and the joke becomes much more vibrant because then he'll speak Italian at the same time. No.
Have you ever shown him Breaking Away?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh my God, the bike movie,
Right.
set in
I
Bloomington,
don't think I've seen
Indiana.
it.
Okay.
But anyway, we started
Oh, you
watching
might
The
enjoy it.
Wire, and of course, Michael B. Jordan was in The Wire at
Yeah.
age 14. So he was like, Wallace, he looks familiar, and I'm like, yeah. And oh my God, yeah,
It's Killmonger.
yeah.
Except for he probably went Creed or something.
I don't know. And then Idris Elba, of course, who's incredible as String. So it's a lot of people that are pretty famous now that it's kind of fun. But it's a great show, and it really examines the government and the I don't know. I can't speak, Jackie.
Yeah,
I'm
I
tired.
couldn't.
It's about
I
drugs
watched.
and how it's all
I
one
watched the
fucking
first half
rigged
of it.
game. Yeah, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was like, none of these people are gonna. This isn't gonna work out. For
I know,
anyone.
and nobody
So-
is 100% good. Like even Kima, I forgot this. Even Kima, who's like this female officer, and she's gay, and you're like, oh, she's cool, and she seems nice, and she works hard. When one of the cops is being beaten, or someone attacks a cop who probably did some shit, right? So she runs and starts going, "You never hit a cop," and she starts beating the shit out of this guy. And I'm like, even Kima's kind of shitty. Like, they're all kind of shitty. That's the lesson, is they're all shitty in their own ways. It's not just these
Yep.
so-called criminals. It's everyone top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
it's great writing.
I know it's very well written and very well acted,
Yes.
and I will never ever watch it.
Aw.
So congratulations. I would rather, essentially, I'm living through it. I can't possibly. I'd rather fight it in real time. I'd rather
you
fight
live
it in real time than
in
watch it.
Baltimore, Jackie?
It's I'd rather it's I always said I'd rather be killed by means of open water than watch the movie Open Water, just because of the tension.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
Well, guess what? We're at an hour.